What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to today's episode of Why Did I Buy a Mini Truck? I swear that this thing gets taken apart more and more in every video, but I promise it will be rolling around soon. So off camera today, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more work on the front end, clean up the mounting points for the upper bags, and just kind of clean up the welds on the engine bay altogether. But I'm not going to bore you guys with that. Today's video is actually going to be all about the rear end of this truck. So today what we're going to do is we're going to be replacing these wheel studs on each side. We're also going to be taking all of the old air suspension stuff off. We do have a brand new tank, so we're going to keep this one around in case somebody needs a spare or an emergency tank, but we got a brand new tank with new mounts. We're going to pull the compressor mounts off, the lines, both sets of wires, so the wires that power the compressors and also the wiring that goes to the pressure switch. We're going to take the Air Max water separator off, and then we're just going to leave the line right here for now. We're also going to be doing some things like unbolting and removing our bags. This way, when we go ahead and drop the fuel tank and we cut off these old upper shock mounts, we can go ahead and let that axle droop down and just verify that our pinion angle and stuff is going to be good. We are going to do a couple other things back here, but that'll be in another video. Today's video is all about just cleaning this all up, pulling the fuel tank, getting the wheel studs done, and prepping it to pull apart this reverse 4-link and replacing the bushings in it, and also kind of just checking some stuff out. I want to make sure that this whole truck is sound and pretty much bulletproof. I do want to enjoy it, so that's what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to have a combination, probably some GoPro footage, a little bit of time lapse maybe, but we'll just kind of see what happens. So I will catch you guys at the end of this video. Please enjoy my subpar editing skills. Well guys, it looks like, unfortunately, the footage I filmed with my GoPro, I thought that I was recording, but it turns out my SD card is sitting inside and nothing recorded. So that was awesome. I should have checked that for sure instead of just going by the beep, but my fault. Anyway, a lot has happened, right? So I'm going to stop here for today because I want to try to film more of the work I'm going to do back here. But I got new lug studs on here with some lug nuts just to hold that in place. I did actually end up finding out that the wheel cylinder on this side was leaking, so I'm just going to buy new wheel cylinders for both sides. But we got the brake line all out right here. I got the fuel tank out. Got it sitting right over there. And what we're going to do in the next video is we're going to pull these brake lines for the parking brake. We're going to get in here and we're going to pull this 4-link, this reverse 4-link, and we're going to be replacing the bushings in it. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to be the next video 100% because I am still waiting on the bushings to show up, but they are just 2.5 inch all the way around. So I want to get that done, and then we're going to cut off these shock mounts over here, and we're going to weld on our actual shock mounts here and over there. We're going to cut off that bracket for the fuel tank and prep for the fuel cell. Now, for now, I'm going to be leaving these hard lines here because I think that we can use them, hopefully, when we have the fuel cell back here. But if not, we're going to be running all new AN lines all the way up here to the front. So I promise the truck's going to start going back together hopefully soon, but this is all a lot of the stuff that, you know, you got to do when it needs to be done, right? Like, I want to have a nice, safe, reliable, fun, bagged mini truck, and this is all stuff that's got to get done. So this is the most torn apart this truck has ever been in here. I mean, I've got no engine, no transmission, no air suspension on the truck at all. It is definitely not overwhelming, but a bit intimidating, right? I think though, as long as we break this down into little bite-sized portions, we should be good to go. So like I said, in the next video, we're probably going to do something back here, or we'll be back up in the front. Especially if that triangulation kit shows up, we'll be putting it on the lower control arm right down there. So that'll be fun. And then back here, like I said, the only stuff we really got to finish up is we need to cut off the old shock mounts on the top. I think the bottoms will be fine because they bolt, they bolt up right here. Now, I think that these are washers. If they are, we're gonna have to figure something out. Maybe I'll take a little bit of 1/4-inch box and make a little tab for the shock to bolt up to. We'll see how this goes. Worst case scenario, we can always put it right here on the axle. I would just prefer to have it down here near the bag. Now, bag mounts don't look too bad back here, so I think we're going to use the bag mounts on the lower control arms for the front that I got. They look pretty good. They don't look crazy bent as far as I can tell. And then, we're going to dive into all this back here. So I don't really want to like blow apart the diff or anything just yet, but I'm sure at some point we'll get to it. So thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it. I know this video is a little bit shorter than the other ones, but in the next video, which will hopefully be coming out Monday, I'll have some dope editing skills in there for you and a bunch of little clips of us doing some work. So until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one.